Dr. Foster is Surgeon General. A major Democrat first says no way, then yes. Judge Ito visits the Simpson estate and the Nicole Simpson crime site. Next, the jury. And an American close-up, fresh honors for a man still on the newsbeat after 50 years.
From NBC News, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. President Clinton and the White House started this day with an impressive list of supporters for Dr. Henry Foster, their embattled choice for U.S. Surgeon General, accused of being too permissive about abortions. Then, wham! A senior liberal Senate Democrat said, no way. Then, at the end of the day, still another surprise. Here's NBC's Lisa Myers.
Calling this the fight of his life, Dr. Foster tried to rally support wherever he could, among liberals, doctors, students. At times, he seemed to feel the pressure.
My opponents say that this nomination is about abortion. I have dedicated my entire career to taking all medical steps to meet the needs of my patients. And that includes performing illegal abortions when it's necessary. Legal abortions when it's necessary. Legal abortions.
But as Foster was speaking, support for his nomination was deteriorating in the Senate. A senior Democrat came out against him and blasted the White House.
I'm going to vote against him, and it has nothing to do with the merits. Nothing to do with his merits. I am just no longer going to participate in nominations where, in fact, there is no obvious deep thought given prior to them being sent up.
Later, Biden's office was flooded with calls from angry liberals, and he backtracked, saying he'll withhold judgment on Foster. Also today, more questions about just how many abortions Dr. Foster performed. He now says 39 in his private practice and at a Nashville hospital. However, an Associated Press story quotes a relative and a physician friend, Dr. Calvin Dow, as saying Foster also performed abortions while in Tuskegee, Alabama. Dow later told NBC he never personally witnessed any of the abortions. Abortion opponents seized on the new information.
This nominee should be withdrawn, or he should withdraw himself because of these inconsistencies, because I think there's been a deliberate attempt to mislead Congress.
Meanwhile, the Congressional Black Caucus raised another explosive issue, claiming Foster's troubles are because of race.
We have seen, unfortunately, during the past year or two, that race has become more and more of an issue with the opposition party.
Dr. Foster is expected to begin calling on senators next week. If they tell him what they are saying privately, the overwhelming message will be withdraw. Lisa Myers, NBC News, the Capitol.
Senator Biden's turnaround made a difficult situation better for the White House, but how far is the president prepared to go with all of this? Our White House correspondent tonight, Brian Williams. Well, Brian, what's the answer to that?
Well, the answer is there is some private pessimism among at least senior officials here, but they felt Dr. Foster has held his own so far. You don't hear anyone talking about an alternative. They want to wait and see the weekend political talk shows. The good news, they say, at least we'll find out who our friends are on Capitol Hill.
Thanks very much, Brian Williams at the White House tonight. At the same time, the new Republican majority woke up this morning feeling a whole lot richer. What politicians know better than anyone, power is money. NBC's Gwen Eiffel tonight on the big haul called the Mother's Milk of Politics.
The grand old party is having a grand old time. Last night, Republicans threw themselves a huge celebration. They raised $11 million. Take a walk through the lobby of this Washington hotel today, and you'd think the next presidential campaign had already begun. But the field of candidates keeps shrinking. Vice President Dan Quayle, who many had hoped would carry their banner in 1996, is the latest to decide not to run.
I chose not to run and to put my family first.
It's wide open. It's a jump ball. Anybody can grab it. Dan Quayle has left a hole in this race large enough to drive a Mack truck through.
Quayle joins a growing list of Republicans who have opted out.